Hello, I'm Adam Paul Morgan. Thank you for clicking on to what is my thoughts of Gears of War 4 for the Xbox One. Yes, the game has finally come out and I've had a good couple of hours to get my teeth stuck into it. However, 2 hours of these hours that I've been playing the game was actually waiting for the game to install. Now, I know these things take a while to load up and install and things like that, but this is modern age. Things shouldn't take that long to install and load up. But nonetheless, I got my teeth stuck into it and this is what I thought of the game. Anyone who's played the Gears of War franchises before will sort of know the control layout. And to be fair, if you've not played them before, it's really not that hard to pick up. The graphics for this game are some of the best that I've seen on the Xbox One. The game really works well in light time and nighttime environments. I was impressed with the cutscenes and how they move smoothly from scene to game. But of course, in every new game that comes out, there's always a small glitch. Starting off with the campaign mode, it starts with a brilliant prologue which sort of leads off from the previous games, but starts off with the big exciting prologue. It's the training levels, which really informative if you've never played these games before, but can be a bit annoying if you're very familiar with the Gears of War franchise control systems, etc. But then it goes into the sort of main campaign and it feels like it does start off very slowly, mainly just shooting robots for most of the part. But as soon as an old familiar face comes onto the scene, things really do pick up and the action really does take place and it really kicks up a gear. No pun intended. But going through what I've played of the campaign mode so far, it really does seem very repetitive gameplay for the most part. But the repetitiveness, if third-person shooters are your thing, or even shooters where you're shooting robots and monsters, etc., it's a good game. I've had a quick go of the online multiplayer and it does boast on the back of the game that it's a brutal 60 frames per second action, and yes, I can vouch for that. It worked very well when I was having a quick go. The only problem I've got with the online versus mode of Gears of War, now there's a lot of very good players out there, and basically I didn't last long and I had a bit of a boring gaming session. But I can understand that the Gears of War franchise has a big following, and those who have played the online games on the previous games have got a much more experience of playing these games than what I have, because they are slightly different to your typical shooter. Particularly I like playing first person shooters, and this has a very particular control panel, which if you've played the game more than what I have, you're obviously going to be better than me. But the Horde mode, which was fantastic, and I like playing this because it gets to unite, as it were, all different sorts of players of different levels for sort of waves of robots and monsters and all sorts that come at you to sort of work together as a team rather than competitively. So I've really enjoyed the Horde mode of this game. Now, overall, this particular game, I do generally feel like it is for the hardcore Gears of War fan. I've owned the games in the past. I've got many digital copies of the games, and I've had the remastered collection version of the first game, which I managed to get all the others. I'm not really owning a free Xbox 360. I hardly had a chance to get my teeth stuck into the previous 4 games, but of course Judgment wasn't that good of a game. However, this one does bring it back, and I did have my concerns about how good this game was going to be, and it's okay. It's very repetitive, but it's a lot of fun. I've got to admit, I've really enjoyed playing this game. I didn't think I would. I wasn't even going to bother getting this game until, say, a week before the game of being released. It was a couple of people who I work with who actually said, "Are you getting Gears of War?" They were getting it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get it now. But really, if you've never played any of the Gears of War games in the past, I would probably hang on, because we have the Christmas and Black Friday sales and New Year sales coming up in the near future. But if you're the hardcore fan, you've probably got a copy of this right now. But if you do have a copy of this and you fancy a game of the Horde mode, not the Versus campaign, or even the campaign where we can play online, get in touch. My gamer tag for the Xbox One is actually the same as my YouTube channel, Adam Paul Morgan. That's the tag. Get in touch, and if I'm available and the wife's out, we'll have a quick game. But overall, I've enjoyed this game. It's the first time in a long time I've actually enjoyed a shooty game, as it were. It really is enjoyable. Yes, there's probably better games out there that are shootable that are coming out in the near future. You got Titanfall 2, you got the new Call of Duty, and we got Battlefield 1. But for just going around shooting stuff, you know, futuristic monsters, zombies and what have you, robots. It's a good game. So, have you played the game and what do you think about it? I'm Adam Paul Morgan. Thank you for watching. Do all that likey, subscribe stuff. Ta-ra a bit.